Now, let's take a look at this second example over here. Alright, I have 10 number cards, you can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? A card is chosen as random. Just imagine all these cards in the back, you just put your hand in and just draw one card. Find the probability that the number of the card is 2, okay? So this one, very simple. We can solve this like how we solved in the previous example. So how many 2s I have over here? So the probability, I'm going to write down the formula. The probability I will get a 2, it's going to be the number of outcome. How many 2s are there? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 of them. Okay, over the total outcome. So there are 10 cards over here. Okay, so again, I can simplify them, all right, or I can just leave it as like this. Okay, that's fine. Okay, but my interest here, okay, then we are done already. Okay, for A. Yeah? And then now let's take a look at B. Now B is quite interesting over here. All right, the B is the one that I want to focus on to everyone. Huh? Now I'm interested in knowing what is the probability of not 2, right? It's not 2, okay? So take a look at this, take a look at this. What does it mean by not 2, all right? So I'm gonna do something on these cards over here so you can see this visually so you can understand the concept better. So I'm gonna use my red pen to show you which one is 2 first, okay? So 2 is this one. So these are the 2s. Alright, so that are 2s. So when I say the probability that is not 2, it's going to be the remainder. So all these cards you see here, it's what it is basically not 2. Correct or not? Right? It is basically not 2. Alright. So how do we find the probability over here? Now, of course, you can do it the easy method that you can find out how many cards are there, all right, and then you over the total, and that's fine as well, okay? But we can also show this mathematically, and it is important to do that because later on, I'm going to show you a more example that we are dealing with big samples of number, all right? So you can't use this method like, oh, I cut this out, so that's not 2, then I can count like this. Because what if I give you like a lot of numbers? So a proper way to show that is to show it through mathematically. So I'm going to reason out how do I form an equation now. Okay. So to form this equation, I'm going to use my understanding of this one over here. Okay. So again, when we talk about probability, the maximum probability it is going to be 1. All right. So I'm going to write this now. So I'm going to write an equation over here. So I'm going to say this. The probability of getting 2, all right, plus the probability of getting not 2, it's going to equals to 1, all right, okay? Try to take a look at this equation and see does it make sense or not, okay? The probability of 2, okay, all right, let's use this understanding first. So we know, all right, based on this, we know probability of 2 is 4 over 10, okay, which is here, right? And probability that is not 2, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 of them, which is not 2 out of 10 cards, right? And if we add this up, right, I will get 10 over 10, which is 1, right? So take a look at this. So if I have whatever the probability is, in this case is 2, add with not 2, I am including all the cards over here, right? So it will equals to my maximum probability. Okay? Alright? But again, let's just say you do not know what is this. So I will change this into, okay, probability, which is not 2 over here. Okay? I know this probability, I do not know this probability, I know this and this add together will equals to 1, which is my maximum probability. So I do not know this guy over here, so what should I do? So this again is just like my unknown. It's just like my unknown. You will solve this like how you solve this question. Alright? You will solve this like how you solve this question, okay? it is an addition operation. So what do? I will just take this number and move over here only, right? So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so the probability, which is not 2, is going to equals to 1 minus 4 over 10. And true enough, if you solve this, you will get 6 over 10, which of course you can further simplify, but I'll just leave my answers like this. Okay? Alright? So that's how we do it.